It's your girl, Rolandria.
And Chanel.
And welcome back to Vibrate Higher.
Hey, y'all.
We know it's been a long time, but I was waiting on her. We was waiting on you, girl.
We was waiting on
Us.
us. We.
Okay.
What about we? Why was we waiting on we?
Anyways, she wasn't doing a lot. Anyways, y'all, we're gonna start this podcast off with some questions that Miss Chanel has picked out. She ain't told me nothing, so.
That one starting off a little. What don't I give myself credit for? Enough credit for?
I need to answer this question for you.
Yep, and then I'll answer for you.
Wow. Do you care if I get deep?
No.
I think you don't give yourself enough credit for being through all you've been through. You're strong and you're everything for everybody.
That's probably accurate though.
I wasn't done with this.
Go ahead. Cause you took your pause was so long. I said there must be a period.
Come on, babe.
No, but for real. Cause in life, everybody go through something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so yeah. Like, what's the point of like dwelling on it or thinking? Like,
I don't think you should dwell on it. I think you should celebrate yourself more.
But then I look at the fact that somebody along the line story is probably worse.
But what does it have to do with your story? There's some people that can't make it do what you've been through. Be where your feet are. Okay, what's mine?
What don't you give yourself enough credit for? Well, most Libras already know they fucking greatness, so that's hard to say. Dang, that's a tough question though. I think you gonna have to edit this part. Cause let me think. What don't you give yourself enough credit for? I honestly think it's for your greatness though. Like it just, you know who you are to people, but even like who you are and how much you impact or bring to the table for people. Because a person's actions don't define what you bring to the table.
Why don't you get this deep?
I have you cried. So that's a period, then.
Please.
Okay.
Next question. What am I doing? Next question, boy.
What do you think I struggle to open up about in relationships, period? It doesn't have to be like an extra relationship, even platonic.
I think you just struggle to open up.
Damn.
You are, for real, you are a person that you feel like you know everything about, but you really don't know nothing about. I kind of feel like when we became friends, I feel like that was the deepest you have got with somebody, but just watching you don't really open up. Like, a person would feel like they know you because of who you are. They will know you every day, this and the other, but the core, oh no. It's a lot. It's a beautiful place, but it is a lot. And I feel like it's valuable to you, so you don't let it out.
That's insane how, like, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I know you.
Just me as a person, of course, y'all know I study astrology too. And then Geminis as a whole. Because we are multifaceted and can adapt to any and every situation, most times, not to say fake or anything like that, but we're like chameleons or adapting to who that person needs us to be, or share only what we think they need or want to hear, but all of it's surface level. But it could be
everything is surface level, but the person would think that it's so deep. So I feel like if a person is not really genuinely there to get to know you, I feel like with us, we like are spiritually connected. So I feel like I got to know you on a more spiritual level. So I saw all of your deep, dark, happy, deep, dark, even funny. You know what I mean? I feel like I saw another side of you because I was intentional of that type of stuff. But I feel like sometimes you just give people what they need in that moment, and it probably ain't even what you want or need, but you just that person.
Like I'll give an example of one of my sisters and I were talking, and I originally was telling her about just like this epiphany I had about my relationship. And when she started talking, she gave a different perspective, but it sounded like it was coming from a negative end. Mm-hmm. And then she just kept talking, like I didn't even finish what I had to say. And I was battling in my mind because I could feel myself shutting down. That vulnerability that I was about to go with expressing that epiphany, how it made me feel. And it was even going into like my self-sabotaging habits of why I can't accept that I deserve happiness. But because she went on a tangent and didn't stop, I shut completely down. But she couldn't tell I shut down because I was still engaging in conversation. She just kept talking. Yeah. But it was never.
I want to go back to that though. I want to go back to, like I always say, I kind of feel like for me, I self-sabotage. Like when I feel like something is too good, I'll be ready to
run out of here.
Like for real. So I asked myself that question because I experienced something that was so pure. I'm like, it's like my mind was trying to find something. It had to be some bitch. It could be just, this is what it is. This is who this person is. It had to be something. And I have to ask myself, do you really think that you deserve happiness? Mm-hmm. Like, you have came through so much stuff, and when the moment when God gives you what you deserve, or more than you deserve, I'm glad that God don't give me what I deserve, because what I deserve is shit. I'm glad that He gives me more than I deserve. So I feel like when the moment He answered my prayer, I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
So it's like, I think that's a question we should all ask ourselves. Like, are we truly ready and prepared for the things that we're asking God for?
So my partner and I had a little disagreement, and he cooked the food, folded all the clothes, did all the laundry, did everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then he came and me, checked on me. I'm just trying to make sure you're okay. But this was days after the disagreement. Way after. He's like, I'm just trying to make sure you're okay. And he texts, is this music too loud? And I'm like, no. But in my mind, I'm like, I even asked him, why are you being so nurturing? What's wrong?
I've been telling you the problem.
Yeah, and he I just want to get everything done before I get on the game. And I'm like, I had to go in the room. I'm like, girl, what if you address some things? He said, you know what? Let me change and work on what I need to change. Yeah. And this is his way of going forward. And here you go, second guessing it. No. I said, you deserve to be catered to. You deserve to be nurtured. And I had to go in and talk to my inner child and say, girl, this is what you deserve.
Literally, it's this song, Happy for Once. Ain't you been hearing on TikTok? I'm gonna have to let you listen to it, but it's called Happy for Once, and it's literally in the song. She like, girl, you deserve to be happy for once. I literally was listening to that this morning. I'm like, bro, it's okay. Be safe in what you're feeling right now. That's one thing I've been saying a lot. I just told you, be where your feet are. I'm telling it to myself because I'm so quick to think about what's gonna happen in the future, or what if this is for now? What's gonna happen when this feeling stops? Be where your feet are. You are destined and designed to be in this moment because you're here. So be where your feet are and enjoy that. You will love that. That's something that you pictured in your mind. I would love if a nigga do this. And he did it. Be where your feet are. Thank you, God. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
I like that saying. One of my friends who has, she has a lot of anxiety. One thing that her therapist told her was, be where your feet are, basically, or feel your feet, name it. My feet is on carpet. My feet are in black socks. My feet are under me. Like, be conscious of where you are
because
right
your
now.
mind can take you.
Yeah.
Your mind can.
Yeah.
I always say I think myself into depression.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing can be going on, but I can think myself into a place of such a dark place, and it's like, ooh, like the mind is a place that you really have to control. And I really believe that, and sometimes it's hard to control your mind, but yeah, that's what I've just been telling myself in this season of my life. Like even if it's bad, be where your feet are.
Right.
Baby, you can't worry about it. You can't worry about it. Just be where you at right now.
All right. So my answer to yours: what do I think you struggle with? Feeling safe.
Ooh, shit! I just got hot.
What do I think you struggle to open up about in a relationship? Feeling safe. Not feeling safe causes you to not open up about your traumas.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the not feeling safe, I think that allows you to not trust people, even when they've done nothing to be.
Did you talk about yourself?
No.
She real shady. I be having to make sure, y'all. She real shady.
No.
Okay. My legs got to hurt after that.
No, but I think you probably give people the same, like enough, to where they may think you trust them all the way, but in actuality,
I know.
no.
Yeah.
And so therefore, it's some things that you probably don't even mention, don't even talk about, all that, because it's not 100% safe space. Like, you safe enough,
Yes,
but she ain't safe.
Yeah. I think too with it, like, I struggle. One thing that I struggle with is being safe enough to say what I'm thinking. And I feel like, literally, I feel like, I always been like shut down as a kid and stuff. You know, we talked about it. But I don't mean to, but literally, like, it is so freaking hard to like talk about what I'm feeling because I don't like, you know, my number one is hate. I hate feeling misunderstood. Do not make me feel misunderstood. I hate feeling misunderstood. I also just don't like to feel like I'm just, I don't know, because my thoughts is a crazy place, so it'll make up shit that don't even make sense, but it's like, I feel it because I'm thinking it type stuff. But recently I was told, like, it's okay, like, I want to hear what you're thinking. I don't care if it comes out of your mouth and it makes me react in a certain way, that's for me to deal with, not you. That's not on you. As long as you get it out, because what are you holding it in your head for? To create this, keep getting bigger and creating this bigger narrative when we could have just deaded it if you would have just opened your mouth and said that. But for me, I'm thinking of a place is I'm not safe. Like, you gonna judge me. You gonna tell me to shut the fuck up. Like, that's just my inner child. Like, you gonna cut me off and tell me I'm wrong. Literally. But to feel safe in that is so freaking hard for me. So I definitely agree.
And then you're a non-confrontational person.
Yeah. You like confrontation.
I do.
You like conversation, and then you'll say, this is what you do. I come to you and tell you how I'm feeling about something. You will pick at me while I'm talking. Like, now you be like, but you do that too, but this and that, and then you'll be like, okay, so what's this? How we gonna solve this? No, bitch. I'm trying to talk about it.
Like, let's get through it. What is the solution?
It's like, fuck how you feel. You felt it. It's now, what we finna talk about?
That's how we gonna solve it. You done? You had your feelings out. Let's get to it.
You literally told me before. So you done? You remember? You done?
And then we got to a solution. Did the solution make you feel better?
No, I still felt like I felt how I felt.
So I gotta work on that.
Bad.
What can people learn from us and learn from our relationship?
I think they can learn a lot from our relationship. Actually, like, we're very crazy. Okay. Now we're crazy, but we also are very we're very spiritual. It's not a conversation that we don't have that we don't learn something from it. Like every time we talk, I always say we never had that awkward first. What's your favorite color? What you doing? Like literally, we jump straight into the deep end, and we never stop. Like I can call you to ask you about a street, and we gonna be talking about. It's like we always better each other every time we talk, and I feel like that's something you need. No, I'm talking about them. You said
Oh.
You said what? Can they learn from us? I feel like that's something you need.
They could learn conflict resolution.
Okay, so I was thinking about this too, right?
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about what you told me when I was telling you about when you was telling me about like logic thinker and emotional thinkers. I'm definitely, well, you know that I'm an emotional thinker. I react off my emotions. I don't see nothing logically. If how I feel is right. 1 + 1 is 2, and 2 + 2 is 4. That's just how I feel. So I definitely think that yeah, they have to learn how to, because she's very much so logic, I'm very much so emotion, so we have to learn how to coexist in that same space when we're having conflicts or we're disagreeing, and this shit is hard. It's hard. But she doesn't take the time to be emotional. She is headstrong with logic.
I don't disagree.
What?
I
don't disagree.
I don't disagree that most of the time my emotion does not come into play. I done been and went over the situation 1,000 times in my head and ain't talked to my heart yet.
Nothing. And then you'll literally, it takes for me to break it down like I'm you, and then you be like, oh, okay. Like, what? Why you could just think of, like, and that's what makes me mad. It's not even hard to put you in that place. All I have to do is just be like, just think about it like this, and you be like, oh, okay, I can get that. Like, you should have got that 5 hours ago when we was going back and forth for 5 hours.
But I always understand I always understand from all aspects. It's just I don't always see emotion for me. Like,
because I don't feel like nobody has caused you to tap into, well, nobody but me has caused you to tap into that.
What emotion?
I feel like, and that's another thing that I love about our relationship too, is because I feel like I've seen you vulnerable, and I don't think many people on this earth have seen you vulnerable. And to see you like that is fucking scary, bitch. Cause what? You a hard bitch. But it's still a beautiful thing, and I feel like that's what I mean by that. And also too, like, I always have to, like I said, put you in my shoes, and then you'll see it.
I was definitely vulnerable. Like, that place was. Only one other person, my sister Mika, have seen that level of cannot get out the bed. I can't say I'm never gonna go through that again, because I don't ever want to feel that way again, of like literally cannot get out the bed. It gotta be a quicker level of shake back. But let me see, how long did it take me to shake back though? July, August. It's 2 months.
No, September. You really wasn't good. You was trying to hide it. Because by September we had went all in. We're trying to get the event together, so we kept busy. It really wasn't. I don't think that you. I honestly think probably by the beginning of October.
But that's a 90-day. That's normally every 90 days we change. So that's the normal run for a breakup or heartbreak, 90 days. But then after that 90 days, I still had to do like some work, some self-love, and
I think that you got over the person in 90 days, you got over the situation, you're still getting over the situation, to be honest. Because I feel like healing is an ongoing process. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I definitely feel like things can trigger you into being back in their place.
Because, girl, I just read my journal, one of the journal prompts the other day. Mm-hmm. And when I listed all of the men in my life and how they were father figures to me, right? From my dad to Eddie, like different people. And at the end, all of these men have disappointed me in some way, or have left, or somewhere that sense of abandonment came in. And this was like probably like last year where I wrote this and did like the field out, did like the healing work for it. And then I realized that, well, 2024, you're still...
You have a better issue. Bad.
For sure.
You run before you get hurt.
Or I hurt before I get hurt.
I was about to say, you took the words
I would hurt you before I get hurt.
Before you get hurt, you'll be on some, bitch, you ain't gonna hurt me first, alright? Like, if you think that you see a sign of you about to get hurt or your feelings about to get tired and some shit, you're going to hurt before you get hurt. Like, it's always some, oh, that bitch thinks she's slick. See, I peep shit before it's been done, so let me go on. That's definitely you.
I am a get my lick back first type of person.
Yeah, I know, bitch. Yeah.
I'm working on that.
And I think, too, one thing that I noticed in you is, like I said, when something feels too good, you self-sabotage and try to run. Because I feel like that good feeling, you don't want it to leave, so you rather than just make it disappear yourself than to stay there and see the end result of it.
But let me tell y'all something. Ain't none of this is what we supposed to be talking about.
I was about to say, just to get into it.
Yeah.
I literally was about to make that transition. Just to get into it, that's another reason why we should be accountable in our actions. Because if you think about all the relationships that you have sabotaged, one in particular that I'm talking about, that you have sabotaged because of you not wanting to, like, wanting to just trust it enough and just feel the things that you're feeling, you ran from it. And you have to be accountable in this. So one of the things we're going to talk about today, the thing that we're going to talk about today is accountability, being accountability in all things in your life. So I feel like with relationships, even with good and bad, like in the good things you have to be accountable for, in the bad things, even when you get your heart broke, you're accountable for that. Like for me, what I've been realizing is once ups and downs in a relationship is inevitable, but my ups and downs is not cheap. It's a non-negotiable. So once you allow a person back in your space after they cheated on you, you're accountable for when you get hurt and when you get your heart broken, because that person already revealed themselves and showed you who they were. And you chose to go back to that person. Yeah, they said they changed, but they still showed you who they were to the fucking core. They showed you. You chose to go back and you chose to keep trying. It's not on them because you wanted to see the good in them and you wanted to take them back. And that's why with me, I'm never mad as a person. Like everything that I go through in my 20s, I take it as a lesson because I want to be young and dumb, not old and dumb. So I'd rather be in my 20s learning and everything like that. So one thing I've been working on is just knowing like certain situations in my life, relationship, non-relationship, work, I'm accountable for everything. Half of everything that happens to me is on me.
And most of the time we gotta be accountable to it because it's some result of us not setting some type of boundary. Not using no as an actual answer to something. Putting ourselves last.
And then I feel like for me personally, let me just make this disclaimer, I don't judge people. Everybody know I'm a judge-free person, but for me personally, I'm not going to go back to anybody that has disrespected our relationship in a way that is like that, to that extreme, like cheating on me and stuff like that, because you knew what you was doing when you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, it leads up to that. So my thing is, I'm putting you over myself by trusting you enough to say that you're going to take care of me right this time.
Right.
So you fumbled me the first time, but I trust you. You fumbled me the first time, I forgive you. You cheated on me, but I trust you enough to go back to you after you already showed me that you can hurt me, you did this. So I'm accountable for taking you back. So everything you do after that is really on me because you showed me. You revealed yourself. So if you don't do this enough around here, you don't do that enough, you showed me who you were, like from the beginning. So I just kind of believe in just being accountable for, like, even if, like, my goals, some of the goals I haven't accomplished, that's on me. Like I always say, everything that we want, God has already equipped the earth for it. He's just waiting on us to get it. That's on me.
Because if the summertime gone, and it's back, it's still heavy.
Jesus, because I'm supposed to be losing weight. I'm supposed to be at the gym today. Need to go.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
on me.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta put that chicken there. I got wings stock in the microwave. That's on me.
Okay.
Stop eating. But I definitely think that we are accountable for everything, half of everything that goes on in our life. And we can't expect different. I kind of feel like taking somebody back after they cheating is giving them a pass.
I gotta disagree.
Okay, why do you disagree?
I can't even sip the tea. I bet you was gonna say something slick.
Okay,
but no. I disagree because this would sound so bad. I analyzed all the times I've cheated on people. And it was never really about the person.
But you didn't respect that person enough not to cheat.
But you okay.
Like what? You didn't we're back, y'all. This fool's talking about some she analyzed.
I analyze every time that I have cheated on somebody, right? Because I'm trying to understand, even though I've cheated on people, if they cheat on me,
she that type of person. I can do it to you, but please don't do it.
I'd be heartbroken. I mean heartbroken bad. So I'm trying to coach myself through this of why somebody would cheat on me. So I look at my situation when I cheated. And I look at, okay, it's never really about the person of why I cheated. Maybe it's the cake and ice cream in one bowl. It's not like I don't want to be with the person that I cheated on or anything bad. Like, you know how people like, if you cheat, then you need to leave. Well, I didn't want to leave. I still like them.
But my thing is, put it in this perspective of this. If you were to have a child, right? And your child got cheated on because somebody, you're right. It may have not been about that person, but you still didn't see value enough to cease your desires to not do anything that was going to affect them. For you, that was just a moment of getting your nut off or whatever you did. But for them, this hurts them internally. Like for me, when somebody cheats on somebody, it changes who they are. Like you have to go through that whole healing process because you go through the phase of looking within you. Like you can tell me all day, just say for instance we was in a relationship, you cheated on me, you can tell me all day that
it had nothing to do with you.
At the end of the day, it was something in me, even though you say, but it was something in me that you didn't respect and value enough because you left this house and did something. If I was so precious and valuable to you, that thought wouldn't even cross your mind. If I was worth the world and the stars and the trees to you, that thought wouldn't even cross your mind. You didn't see enough worth in me to seize your desires.
Well, I think we probably just differ on that because...
or you just a host.
No. I just think we differ because I'm not 100% sold on humans being monogamous.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Next. We ain't gonna never... Okay, but that's the thing. Okay, so if you get into this relationship and it's the understanding it's gonna be you and her, nobody else, you told her what it was, but you want to be with her, and you go cheat on her, you should have just never been with her in the first place.
It's easier said than done.
It is, but see enough worth in her or him to know that I don't want to cause this trauma. I want to
cause this person up. And I'm changing. I already stopped doing like cheating, okay? I ain't doing that no more.
For the record.
Yeah, for the record. Let's set this straight. I don't do it no more. I analyze old cheating habits, okay? All right. Now, back to this. I forgot what the hell I was saying. Cause
you got the sweat over. She ain't doing nobody cheating.
No.
But yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go to the next.
Yes. She did get high, but yeah, I just do think. What do you think about you being accountable for that? I feel like I said a relationship is 50-50. Even with relationship with my mom, dad, like I realized that even with your parents, you have to see them as humans. Even with your folks, like your sister, brother, you have to see them as humans. And I feel like when we get our feelings hurt, we're accountable for that too. Like
even from a parent. So let me get this straight. I got a mother issue. So let's say my mama, who brought me into this world, had her own things that she struggled with, which allowed us to not have the relationship that a parent and a child should have.
You're not accountable.
All right then.
I'm saying
You said be accountable for our parents hurting our feelings.
Yeah, I'm saying for me, I'm just gonna give my example. Like when my mom hurt my feelings, I'm an emotional person. Yes, the way she says things, sometimes she can say it better, things like that. But at the end of the day, I'm accountable for how I took it, like how I allowed it to affect me. Because if you know who this person is, just let it roll off your shoulders. Why are you taking yourself through all this detriment and you know who she is?
I can understand.
But no, I'm not saying you're accountable. Hey, yeah. So yeah, I don't think of it in that way. Yeah.
Okay. So, what have you not been accountable to before that you're accountable to now?
Like I said, I just came to a resolution of being accountable for the hurt that was caused to me in my past relationship. Because I'm accountable for the things that I did to her, but I never thought to take accountability for the things she did to me.
And what you allowed.
And what I allowed, right? Because she showed me who she was, so that was on me when I took her back. And I'm not saying that she's a...
Like this workout, but it's dancing. Because I'm trying to, one, kill two birds with one stone to learn how to dance. But I also just been trying to get in touch with my inner child. Like doing the dance moves and all of that. Like just moving my hips and then opening up my root chakra, which is the feeling of groundedness, the feeling safe and secure and protected. I think he's been working a little bit. This one of the ways I'm trying to take accountability.
Let me see you dance here.
Oh, no. No. But, that's one of the ways that I'm working on taking accountability. Because how can I align anything else here if I haven't worked on the base, worked on the foundation of feeling like grounded or feeling safe, feeling secure, or not feeling fear or anything like that. So that's my level of taking accountability for my life right now.
And I kind of feel like we wasn't accountable for what happened in our childhood, but we're accountable for our adulthood.
And the healing of the childhood too.
Yeah.
Healing of that child. Most people don't know that it's their childhood that affects. I was talking to my cousin, and I had did a reading for her, and I haven't did a reading. No, I did. I just did a reading for her, but we started going through stuff. And I'm like, how did you feel as a child? And she never even thought about half of this stuff that I go through or deal with, or what makes me me, that I shut down or I close family out, is from childhood. Like, she never pieced the two and two together. But that's because she didn't have the best childhood, so she blocked it out and just went on with adulting.
You know, Kyla told me something that I really believe. She was like, a lot of people that have trauma forgets a lot of things. Like, it's like supposed to be like proven that when you have a lot of trauma in your childhood or just in general, you become very forgetful of those things. It's a lot of things that I was telling her about my last relationship. I was like, I literally, when I think about me and I don't remember nothing until I have to go look at a picture or something to remember it. And I'm not saying there was trauma for me the whole time, but like, it's crazy to me. Even like in my childhood, I don't remember nothing but some parts, some of the rough parts and stuff like that. Like, I really believe like when you go through a lot of things, when you have trauma, you do forget certain things.
So it's this year, it's taking accountability for our trauma and healing trauma. I thought this year was gonna be a smooth.
I wanted this year to be blessed, and I didn't want to do all this work. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get to where you want to get. Stick and stay, and you'll get your healing. Cause you said pay. You see how I removed that?
When I said that?
In my event.
I said stick and stay, and you'll get your pay. I haven't told them people that. Which is true. When you stick in a business or anything.
I told them people that. This is why you can't be fucking serious.
This has to be about self-love, and I'm talking about sticking. Oh, at the questioning part.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which is true. Like,
Damn, I probably need to hear that right now because work been.
I'll show it to you. But I do think too, I think that, okay, let me ask this question. What are your goals for 2024?
My goals for 2024 is to get a promotion at my job. It's like one of the main things I'm aiming for right now. To continue to show up and be the best version of myself in that environment. My other goal is to the same level of work ethic that I pour in that environment, pour into my own business.
Hello? Anybody?
Somebody.
Wow.
Won't he do it? The next is to have a healthy body. One of the things I read today was trauma is stored in your fat cells. Yeah. Don't know how true it is. Read
But
it.
get this shit off me.
Yes, baby. If this is where it's at, I'm losing.
Let it go.
And then I realized when I had lost 40 pounds, I was the happiest I had been. That was the year that I created Chanel. Like, it was during that season of becoming, and I actually became that person. So I thought, what if that was in correlation to losing the weight, losing whatever trauma that I was holding in, and then having happiness and success, and not just financial, but whatever I deem as success.
Yeah, because you get tongue-tied.
I get what?
Tongue-tied.
What you say though? Yeah. So, my goal is to lose the weight, to lose the stress, the trauma, all that, and to actually enjoy this year and whatever comes with it. Last thing I promise, to practice a healthy level of detachment.
What do you feel like something you're still attached to?
Any and everything. If I have an attachment to it, whether it's a human, an object, I have to learn to detach. Nothing or no one belongs to me. I'm just here to experience.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Nothing
Wow.
or no one
All right.
belongs to me. We just here to experience.
You know, I say that all the time. You know that's my thing. Enjoy the experiences of people. Like, I feel like you get to experience people. I feel like people are in your life for seasons, sometimes forever, but I believe in every day is an experience. Every day is a journey. So, yeah.
And it is hard to actually detach and to, like, let go of control and just surrender.
Ooh! I used to be called controlling in my last relationship, and I didn't believe it until I started doing some work on myself without that person. Like, a lot of things that she said, I was like, damn, this bitch was right. Like, she definitely was right about a lot, but in the ways that she was saying it, no. But I think that it was meant to be said because it was imprinted in my brain, and it made me go work on those things and try to see was those things really true. So a lot of things, like with the controlling, I do try to control my life. Like, I try to control each and everything because I've always been so out of control of it. I never had a say-so in anything in my life, anything bad or good that happened to me. So I wanted to be more in control of that. So I am learning to just let it be. Like, one of my goals for this year, going into my goals, is to be free. Like, I genuinely just want to be free all across the board. Like, free mentally, free physically. I just want to be free. Like, I do want to lose weight, but if I don't, I still want to love me. You know what I'm saying? If I don't meet my expectations, will you still love you? Will I still be enough for me if I don't make it to that? I want to be free. I want to be happy. I think happiness is my goal. I want to stand on business about myself. I want to, like, run at the first sign of, like, just run. Like, if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't, like, one thing I've been doing this year is paying attention to how my body feels after a person leaves, or, after I leave a room, or after I get through reading the book, I pay attention to how my body feels. And if my body doesn't feel good, I'm not going to go back to that place again, or I'm not going to read that book again, because your body tells you it's important. What's the other thing? Of course, I want to, like, really, really get more focused in on my business. I feel like it's so much I can do. It's so many ideas I have. I just got to do it. I want to make another journal, but for like kids. I want to do so much. Yeah, I just want to do a lot. I have a lot of goals, but my main one is just being free mentally, free physically. I want my heart to be free of any burdens or any heartbreaks. I want to go on with life, just letting life be life. Like, not expecting that out of life, but life to be life. Like, I expect, I know that God is going to grant everything that I'm praying for and asking for, but if I don't get it when I want to get it, that's okay. If I don't get it at all, that's okay. I want everything that's meant for me to come, and the things that I'm giving that, I want to attract that. I want to, like right now I feel like I'm in a situation where I'm with a mirror. And it's like this person looking at me and I'm looking back at them and seeing the things that I need to work on. So I want to be more intentional about my relationships, whether that's platonic or not. I just want to be a more healthy person mentally, you know, and physically as well, but mentally, I feel like mentally I go through a lot, and I just want to be healthy mentally, and I want to not take me for granted.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I take myself for granted, and which allows people around me to take me for granted. Because you have to lead with it first. Like, you have to possess that within you. You know, I'm a big stickler for that. Like, you can't be out here asking for something that you don't have in yourself. So I don't think I appreciate me enough. And I think that, like, when you said earlier about that, like, I don't give myself enough credit, I genuinely feel like that. Like, you hit it on the nose, and I think that I need to appreciate myself more and just love on me more. Just be better. I want to be a great example for my nieces to look up to. Like, TT loves herself, so I know I can do it too.
Alright, so one thing that you said was about expectations, right? And having no expectations. When we first started, before the camera ever started rolling, we was already having a conversation.
Don't be putting my business outside. What you finna say?
We inside. But
what did you finna say?
You just have an expectation of not being hurt intentionally, right? We're going back to letting go of expectations. If that's what you just said in this statement.
Okay.
Then should it be...
Get on my ass then.
Should it be all across the board?
Right.
Because even peer people, and not to take away from your relationship at all. And not to take away from any of that.
Yeah.
Right?
Great.
But peer people have the ability to hurt
every human has
intentionally too.
Intentionally?
Yes.
Okay.
I am a pure soul. Okay?
You are a pure soul.
I am. And I've still hurt people intentionally. Intentionally?
I
have.
Oh yeah, because I'm going to get your ass before you get me.
Yes. Okay.
I got a question to ask you when you get off this camera.
We don't
Thank y'all for tuning into this
And we don't have Rico here, so we will not be having these type of conversations without Rico.
Thank y'all so much for tuning into our podcast. Let us know what's your goals for 2024 down in the comments, and let us know if you agree with taking accountability for certain things that happen in your life. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about it. Hopefully, one of my goals is to remain consistent with this podcast, at least one a week. Can we shake on it? At least one a week. Because we know y'all missed us. We did one podcast, gave y'all a little taste, and everybody keep asking me for more. So this is y'all.
I thought we had did two. I remember us recording one at my house.
Yeah, it was horrible though. Like, it was horrible. We hadn't seen each other in a long time, so we was having side conversations in the podcast. But yeah.
So, thank y'all for tuning in. Always remember to vibrate higher, baby.
Period. And make sure y'all go over to
Crazy for Coco.
And make sure y'all subscribe to my channel and go copy my journal.
First of all, let's talk about it. This looked like luxury in a journal. Like, the clearness, like, come on. When you talk about bougie girl aesthetics, luxury girl aesthetics, you want to get this. And then when I read through some of the questions, y'all, she not paying me to say this. I wish she would. But when I read some of the questions, one of them that stood out the most was, if the person you're dating treated you how you treat yourself, would you date them? And I'm gonna be honest.
Hell no.
Listen, we have to check about it.
You remember this? Oh my God, that's an insider, but yeah.
And guess what? She came up with these questions herself. So, please, go get you a luxury journal, okay?
Period.
This is gonna change the way you think, your thought process, and all. Copy.
Clock it. Make sure y'all get y'all merch, y'all shirts, and also you can get you a reading, and they can contact you at your Instagram.